Hello everybody and welcome back to Monster High Comic Studio, and today we're gonna be look something spooky like rocking star bands or like anything as well. But I couldn't believe where I just seen this. I totally hearing this from the instrumental accuracy of the East Clintwood. But before I'll begin of this video, that the fallout of Comic Studio continues around, but I'm not pretty sure if Comic Studio was taken down a little bit soon. But also, I have some shocking news. My computer is slowly dying, but I could not believe that my computer's performance runs completely slow, but unfortunately, if I'm going to scroll all the way down, but which means my frames have dropped a little bit as well, and getting down to 1 frames per second while I'm playing Roblox. So, of course, that will not gonna be okay around here. It will be definitely going to take you for too long, but if the computer runs itself for the conditions, may be at risk. I have seen something in the settings as well, but I wasn't able to be checking this even though as later on, so I just totally going to get rid of it a little bit for one of my datas as well, but unfortunately I have too many images as well and many things as possible. So we're gonna be doing this a little bit quick and search for Gorillaz Comic Studio. And there it goes. So there must be 2 comic studios as well, because you already know about these popular musics around themselves. Even for the Pace one, that I'm probably really sure that there must be anywhere as something. So don't worry, I might gotta be added a little bit more for something else. So I'm probably going to check it out of this one, and I wasn't able to be looking at them as well. I have seen something in for one of their videos, so I wasn't able to see them as well until I might going to be pausing this video a little bit for just a little bit for right now. In this comic studio, I won't able to scroll all the way up and down whenever what we see like anything as well. But as you can see here, before we're appearing the characters, this is absolutely going to be saved today as well, because that is actually going to be for one of their characters as well. 4 of them and one of these guys is possible. So, it was being owned by one emblem itself, but I couldn't believe this is going to be an actual artist, because this artist was being owned by Damon Albarn and Jamie Hewlett. And of course, there must be sprites by something as well, by the official art, by this self for one thing as well, such as Jamie Hewlett. So there must be completely more as well, but since there must be more characters itself for a little bit for this one, so I couldn't believe like more characters like these things, because it's the music that we choose that it says around here. So another comic studio is the Phase 1. It was being made by something like this, but I completely already said into the description around here, as we appear all the characters by themselves. We wasn't able to look around here for this one. The 4 names are going to be one of their guys, and that says around here for one of these guys as well. The stars like for some kind of Halloween made or some sort of like anything around here for this one. So I have just turned on the spoilers, and here are the 4 guys named 2D or like anything for one of these guys. So one of the names are Stuart Potts, such as 2D, Murdoch, or like even this guy as well, such as Murdoch Nichols, Noodle, and Russell Hobbs. But even more of these things wouldn't able to be soon. So that was all of the 4 vocals or some sort of like the instrumentals. There's one vocal over here in front of the lead, and one of these guys are probably one of their musics. So of course, this is absolutely for a light guitar, the bass, the drums, whatever what it is. So that doesn't have any sprites about with this guy, but there's more sprites around of one of their guys, including almost all of this. There must be extras around here for one of these. There must be a action figure, a ghost, and some group. Or even this thing, whatever what it is. So, let's see to do like its items as well, where we looked around here for themselves. So, there must be for multiple logos, and even more stuff as for miscs, like not anything around here for this one. So these are the items like themselves, and probably, I'm not pretty sure, that must be for some logos. So these are the logos plus lots of logos found on Gorillaz for beginners. Oh geez, this is definitely a little bit for some sort of strategy. But one of these more sprites are completely gone due to the discontinuations of these things as well. But hopefully there aren't backgrounds like anywhere it goes, so I wasn't able to scroll up anytime soon. And these are the backgrounds that been captured on music videos. But probably there must be a little bit of more of them as well, but I'm not sure. There's nothing missing around of these things as well. And probably unlike the chaos things as well, and such is a little bit more of one of these, and even more one of those backgrounds as possible. So these are the backgrounds, could be look like this, and there aren't going to be like anywhere it goes, because since any music videos of the Gorillaz that aren't captured yet, such as all the ways around here, so the early songs are probably look like the best, but I couldn't believe like anything around here that we speaking throughout for the most popular songs by some viewers, and even songs such as Clint Eastwood and Feels Good Ends. So that wasn't gonna be for a big deal for like any of these songs, that everything on the internet has just remixed it and even edited for something like for one of those music that they have choosing for. So once again, that one of the songs got so popular, even though that totally the most popular song could be Feels Good Ends, it could be more than Clint Eastwood around here back in the day, because the first time that we hear the theme about the Clint Eastwood, which is I probably heard from Trolls, or the movie Trolls as well, that I just totally saying this out loud. But of course, I wasn't able to be added for anything as well, so let's probably add it for something a little bit as well. But I cannot believe it that I completely added like anything as well. The arcade and anything as possible. And this is the island, or not like anything for such as GTA 5 reference. I'm probably sure that somebody is captured in GTA 5, but I'm not sure it wasn't going to be real. So that must be the kitchen, and for some sort of like the instrument room, or some sort of like this thing. But I'm not even getting around here for sometimes as well. There are extra stuff, which is going to be the planets. Oh dear, this is absolutely pretty big as well, since some cookie is going to fly around it. So, no misc has been found, but I wasn't able to be finding out as well. Not anything as well that they just totally look like these. But even though, I wasn't able to add anything as well, so I probably gotta use some studio crossovers and I'm not gonna be doing anything like that. Hey, sorry I just took over 2 hours to do that. I just completely add multiple characters and other kinds of sprites. So, were you probably going to look at this? But even though that must be that I just totally added cookies and even more of the characters like other kinds itself. But even though there is more, even though that was quite for some kind of surprising. Before I get to the end of this video, that we're going to be telling something out for this one. But starting off with this one, but I'm pretty that she didn't apologize to Lemonade Cookie. But even though she eventually tries to leave the room, but unfortunately that this isn't going to be even cleaner. What I'm not even to do, what I'm not gonna say. So I'm not pretty sure that Mansion Island over here, it's right next to this boat. About for this one, that must be Salt Cookie with his other kinds of a lonely survivor over here. And so much before, there must be Ultra Kill characters. There must be a Mind Flyer. They're patrolling around with the streets around here, or the destroyed city or shattered cities with drones and Maurice, which means is a malicious face. But even though there must be a kitchen, then when I see is absolutely for this one. There's Robert Hops over here for this thing. But I wouldn't believe there must be a breakfast thing cookie around here and some South Park characters that I added on. But even though there are ghosts over here, this includes Onion Cookie and White Ghost Cookie flying around in the abandoned city. They really think that the Swords Machine and the Street Cleaner are absolutely going to clean up the streets on fire to do so, and trying to search for human life forms and many more humans as well. But even the Gutterman is trying to do something a little bit to find other humans to shoot them down. But even though Xylitol Nova and Astronaut Cookie are being orbited around with the gas giant, and so much more that I just put in anything around here in Monsters High. I put the Gorillaz logo over here in this way, but other kinds like these guys as well. There's Dale Gibber over here for this thing as well, right next to the Granddad. That there's Huey Freeman is on top of the Mercedes R-Class. But even more, there's 2D, even this guy, and there's Robert over here. There's Riley Freeman right next to this thing over here, into this background of Monster High for this one. And another guy as well, next to these guys, and the Ghost, the hand of over here, the Jet 2 Holidays plane, even another guy, the Mountain Dew, and the Obey Tug Life guy. Those guys as well, the Noodles. I definitely being replaced with this thing over here, such as Strawberry Stick Cookie, but I don't really think that other kinds of sprites like the drums was totally missing. I have totally added a Animan guy over here, and the Alien, Snoopy, Murdoch, Rickrolled Man, and another guy over here with this one. So that was the end of this video, of course, but don't forget the link is going to be in description down below. 2 links plus 1 link over here. You can check it out when anything it goes. You can browse when anything you want, and that's everything around here for today as well. Thanks for watching and for all your support around here for this one. If we definitely going to be looking around here for this one as well. So thankfully I'm gonna sign off, and it has been in the flesh by the TC, and I'll talk to you mini lads and Comic Studio users all later for it to do so. Two hands to the sky. 2 hands up, y'all. 2 hands up.